Pinhead, your time is up.
Who you calling Pinhead?
And we are live, everybody. Welcome to Talking Pinheads. And sorry, at the moment, I am pretty much all by my lonesome. But then again, what else is new? So yes, it's been a bit of a week, and I know I've certainly had something eventful. I've already pointed out on my channel before, but to me, the two biggest things are one, Top Gun Maverick was absolutely awesome, and of course, Splitgate season 2 has started, and so far it's good. If not, it's a little buggy. But then again, it's always buggy whenever they release a new season. Technically, it's season 3, but they had a season 0 to start out with. But who knows? I don't get it either. So yes, and everyone, just to let everybody know here, this is an open mic stream. If I can, yeah, right here. So here we go. Let me see what I can find here. There you go. The link to the stream is there. So come on in and let's talk. And I know if you can't really come in, I know I will be talking a little bit about Top Gun Maverick, having in-depth discussion with everybody if they do want to come in. But if the thing is, if you haven't seen it yet, what are you doing? Why haven't you seen it yet? It's been over like a week. I saw it twice. I saw it last Sunday and I saw it yesterday, and truly I was blown away twice by this film. And I will say again, I've said it on Tim's channel that it's at least a good it's a step above the original, if not somewhat surpassing it. But then that's the whole point. I just really thought it was a good thing, and plus because I'm just a big aviation nut, that's the whole point. But yeah, we have definitely seen a lot more of. We've seen a lot of dogfights in the movie, and even then, just maneuvering them. Again, we already know if you don't know anything, it is literally a real life thing about teaching you about dogfighting. Hang on, let me see if I can try to find something here. All right, gotta turn that off. And let's see. Share screen. There we go. Now it's kind of crazy that on aircraft carriers, this is mostly what they had been using, at least up until I don't know when, like at least until like the mid 90s, at least, and then they moved over to the F-18 Hornets, and now we have the F-35. So I think F-35s are somewhat stealthy because they still have the internal weapons bays of the Raptor, which again, let me move my camera up a little bit. If you can see it there, there's one right above my desk, or right behind me. So there you go. Let me just try to enlarge the size. Yeah, there you go. You can see it a little bit better now. Yeah, there we go, in full view. Trying to adjust this camera right, trying to get me in focus as well, and trying to focus it perfect angle. But yes, this aircraft has been a major milestone, and even then again, we actually get to see this baby in action one last time before the movie's over. And the thing I noticed on Twitter that I think Astro is now probably going to go see it, but again, I know, just kind of a little late to the party, I guess. But even then, some crazy maneuvers that have been done by at least even the F-18s. Let me try to see if I can put that up. Yeah, okay, so basically when you see this, basically when you think about it, I'd say that the F-18, F-16, F-15s are all like fourth generation aircraft. And I know one of the most difficult, like, evasive maneuvers that's ever been done with these types of fighters is a maneuver known as Hukachev's Cobra, where you basically tip the nose all the way up to a 90-degree angle, lower your airspeed, and let the guy pass right by you. Now, on a Hornet, this basically would extremely stress the airframe immensely. But given the fact that there's a lot more that all these are just like these are now pretty much older fighters now are pretty much considered retro, while the Phantom and even the Tomcat are considered no. No, the Phantom would be the only type of jet that would be considered a relic would be the Me-262 from World War II, the first true jet fighter. But again, we mostly still use piston engines around that time. But other than that, again, I don't think that sort of maneuver with Hukachev Cobra is not really done. Oh, hey. Oh, hey, good to see you're here. But yeah, the thing is, Hugachev's Cobra could never be done by a Russian MiG-21 or even a Saber fighter. But it really was probably like you actually will see that maneuver done in the movie. So it's a pretty amazing feat to actually see it done for real. But like I said, this would stress the frame way too much. But compared to this baby I'm about to show you here, hang on. Sorry, I can't really do all this that fast. But yeah, compared to this fighter, the SU-57, which is Russia's fifth generation fighter, and even stuff like the F-22 and even the F-35 Lightning, these planes could do these kind of maneuvers no problem, because again, they're built for this kind of stuff. Especially one thing they're built for is good old fashioned stealth. All the angular frame of a stealth B-2 bomber or even a Nighthawk bomber, all with a fighter. But even then, it'll still go right back to the seat your pants dogfighters. Because again, you really have to get, because again, all that close range knife fight stuff is something, but everything more or less like modern combat is now have to go everything beyond visual range. So you would never have to be so close to the enemy. You could fire on them from miles away. So Russia has some teeth in the game against our Raptor fighters and even the F-35s, but F-35s are going to be the more common fighter used, while I think the multi-role like stealth bombing runs are going to be performed by the F-22s. But again, with all of its planform alignments, with its angular edges, just like how you see with the Sukhoi here. Let me try to look up an image. I even have an old photo I used. Okay, right here. All right, now just punch it up. Just gotta punch it up. And hey, Gurney, what's up? I'm good. Yeah. As I was saying, the F-22 Raptor has something known as planform alignment. So the angular edges of the frame itself is supposed to deflect radar energy. So that's why it's known as a stealth fighter. Yes. Yeah, well, yep, that's the reason why. Oh, well, guess who's here probably might get bored by this conversation. Everybody, welcome the amazing Orsine himself, Bear64.
¿Qué pasó, amigo?
Yes. So,
how you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. If not a little annoyed by you somewhat that you pretty much like hated Top Gun.
Oh, excuse me, Jet Sparks.
Yes. But I mean, come on, I'm an aviation nut. I've been like talking my head off a little bit about different types of fighters. Like, yeah,
I'm doing just fine. Goonies is the other name?
He prefers to be called Goonies, especially
Okay.
if Phil calls him that.
All right. Yeah, I'm doing A-okay, Goonies. How about you? Yeah, I got to get off work early because it was like dead.
Yeah, I know. The thing is, that's what they should just say. Yeah, everybody go home. If business is dead late in the day, yeah, just tell everyone just to go home. I think it's just a whole lot easier.
Well, in the car business, it's a little bit different.
Yeah, true. Yeah, but still, like I said, though, going back to this, yeah, this thing you're seeing right here, the F-22 Raptor, Battlefield 2042, huh? Oh, I hope the game still is good.
2042, you poor soul.
Yeah, it seems as though, but then again, we are no Pats. We are no Pats. Expatriates.
What
Nope.
do you mean? Oh, Patriots?
No Pats are basically people who are like supposed to be like people who don't align with any country. As far as we know, I think in the game's lore, I think since because climate disasters cause like all the world's nations to dissolve essentially.
Oh,
And now,
okay.
yeah, apparently that's from what I read up.
And what is going on? Amen. Fate.
Yeah, everyone's coming in now.
Sweet baby.
Yeah. Now, Bears, what I was talking about here is that the F-22 you see here, it's technically supposed to be a stealth fighter. And it's supposed to have something known as plan form alignments, meaning the angles and edges you see are supposed to deflect radar energy off the frame.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but also the thing is, if detection's gonna get a lot better over the years, basically this may render it still may actually be rendered useless essentially, because one bigger thing is that basically probably in like head to head against other fighters, it pretty much will dominate, but this is supposed to be for like it's supposed to be sent for the most vital missions that require stealth, while probably later in the future, in the next 10 or 20 years, we'll probably be seeing the F-35 Lightnings doing all like the heavy lifting stuff. They already have variants for both the Marine, Navy, and of course the Air Force.
Oh, okay.
So, but the biggest thing here is that you have to deal with are like surface to air missiles, or SAMs. All right, let me try to see if I can find the other fighter here.
Oh, so they like improved 2047 a bit? I mean, I can't really exactly play Battlefield, unfortunately, because just eyesight, it's not compatible with that game.
Yeah, I can't. Yeah,
For
really.
series.
Yeah, it kind of really is, and I know. I mean, personally, I got bored. Bored to sleep playing Battlefield because look, I don't like those big open world like Battlefield simulator type games. It's just like there's like too much ground to cover.
I think that's supposed to be like the thing. It's supposed to simulate like the big battle.
Yeah, and the same thing also could be said about that free to play game, but PlanetSide 2 as well. I mean, you're basically 3 different factions trying to fight for ground and whatnot. So that's the kind of things you got to deal with. Okay, let me see here. S5 lightning. Okay, and then just gotta save this up. Yeah, sorry, this takes me a bit, but I'm just trying to like get it all done.
Yeah, do what you got to do.
Yeah, so this baby here is supposed to be the new workhorse. This is supposed to be like the main fighter aircraft for the United States moving forward compared to the F-22. And again, it has all the same bells and whistles the F-22 will have, but again, since it has a single engine, it's capable of vertical takeoff and landing like a Harrier.
Hmm.
And I think if you watch the first Avengers movie, you got to see a little bit of that fighter in action.
Was it in that movie?
Yeah, it was like when they set it up to fire down on Hulk, and it basically tore it apart. Yeah,
I'm trying to remember that. It's been a while since I've seen the first Avengers.
Yeah, but yeah, like I said, though, this whole baby is supposed to be the new type of fighter. I know all the other ones we have, mostly I probably bet they're going to be sold like surplus to other nations that are probably looking to build their own air forces eventually. But they have the F-22, the F-30, the F-18s are always the ones that we're going to be seeing. We usually see on aircraft carriers, and they still have to use those catapults.
Catapult me.
Yeah, but I know one thing: when we see it like on like starships and science fiction movies, I think they use magnetic catapults. They're using like a normal like normal mechanical one where you gotta tie some ropes together and then it falls, and once it speeds up, it falls on the track and then gets lifted off. In fact, I'm gonna show you a video how like aircraft carrier catapult works. I'll show it to you. Okay, hang on a second. And
easy music. Tim Possible, what up?
Hey Tim, what's up? How's it hanging, man?
It's Tim Possible.
Yeah.
Don't call him beep him if you don't want to reach him or something like that.
Yeah. But trust me, you will actually be surprised who he resembles if he decides to want to come on the stream. Which again, you're welcome to, Tim, and you as well, Fate.
And who do they call you, Great Sorcerer? Some called me Tim. Shout out to anyone that got that reference.
Yeah. Okay, hang on one second. Let me put this to full screen.
Aircraft carriers are one of the largest examples of naval force in the entire world. They're massive floating cities with the ability to carry airplanes into battlefields around the world. But how can these planes take off from such short runways, let alone land on ships in the middle of an ocean? The answer lies with the aircraft catapult system.
Oh, is that what the line in the ground is?
Yeah.
That's where the catapult is?
Yep. Long runways to gain the speed needed for takeoff. However, on an aircraft carrier, the runways are much shorter, around 300 feet, compared to the 2,300 feet needed for a normal aircraft to take off. Instead of distance, a catapult is used to give the plane enough speed for takeoff. The catapult system doesn't seem like much when you see it on the deck of a ship. It looks like a line of track with a connection to the front landing gear of the plane, but it's capable of accelerating the craft from 0 to 165
and there's the F-35 single
knots
engine right
in
there.
less than 2.5 seconds.
That's impressive.
It's only possible thanks to the impressive below-decks engineering of the catapult system. Before an aircraft is launched, high-pressure steam is collected in large accumulator tanks. This steam is siphoned off from the nuclear reactors aboard the ship and stored in pressurized tanks.
Wait, you're telling me this
Dangerous
sucker's
if
nuclear?
malfunctions occur. Once the desired pressure of the accumulator
Marty, it's Marty, it's electric. But it needs a nuclear reaction to generate the 21 gigawatts we need to break the sound barrier. Nah, that's not exactly the quote. That's not exactly the quote, but you get what I mean. But aircraft carriers and submarines are all nuclear.
tanks,
but they're perfectly safe
The
as long
valves are
as they
shut
don't
off.
leak or
That's
anything.
pretty cool,
Catapult
Fate.
is ready to fire. But how exactly
That must
does
have been a little
tank
bit of a
steam cause
intense
plane
job
to
at times.
accelerate at breakneck speeds? That's thanks to 2 pistons and a device that attaches to the airplane's landing gear called a shuttle. Each catapult consists of 2 pistons that sit inside 2 long cylinders under the deck. The
Yeah,
pistons
Faye,
each
come on
have a
in.
metal
We
lug
really could
that
use a
protrudes
lot more
to a
insight
gap
on
in
that.
the flight deck where they attach to a small shuttle. This is the part of the catapult that will pull the aircraft across the deck at launch. The pistons
I always
will
think
act
of
like bullets
Iron
when
Man
the steam
1
is
when I see
released.
jets.
The plane is
It's like
moved into
the scene
place on
where
the deck
Tony's
of the
testing out the
aircraft
suit,
carrier, and a
and like the
tow
2
bar on the
aircrafts are
plane's
chasing him.
nose gear is connected
Yeah,
to
and they were F-22s that he was flying against. What do you know? And here he is, everybody, the man of the hour, and possibly someone we will give insights on it. M.N. Fate.
What up?
Impossible.
Yeah.
Can get my headphones.
All right. So, Fate, you said you've landed on aircraft carriers before.
Oh yeah.
Now, which particular carrier carriers have you been on, and which fleet, the Atlantic or Pacific fleets?
It was about 20 years ago, man, and I was really just passing through to jump from the aircraft carrier to the destroyer to the frigates in theater.
Nice.
So I just rode like cogs in. I don't remember the aircraft. I tried to look on my paperwork here recently. I don't remember the aircraft carriers that I've been on, but I think there's like 2 of them. I've landed on helos and cog aircraft. You're strapped in backwards.
Yeah.
Prop wing, and they're scary. And when they take off, like your stomach drops because you go off the edge.
Oh
And
yeah.
it's like you're like for a second there, you're free falling. It feels like.
Yeah.
And but you sit in it backwards.
Yeah,
Like
it's almost like a parabola when an aircraft goes into a nosedive, essentially.
Yeah, and I watched the F-18 take off and stuff quite a bit. So is Astro. Astro spent some time on aircraft carrier. He can tell you which one he was on.
Oh yeah, and he actually is going to go see Top Gun Maverick. I hope he has a good time.
He already saw it.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
Man, he needs to get in here and give us his thoughts on it.
Yeah, he's hard to track down on the weekends.
Yeah, understandable.
Yeah.
shuttle. Another bar, called the holdback, is positioned between the back of the wheel and the shuttle. At the same time, the jet blast deflector is raised behind the plane. The pistons are initially locked into place so the cylinders can build up pressure. Once the correct pressure, the aircraft is fired up to full power, held in place by the holdback bar. When the pistons are released, the force also releases the holdback, and the pressure of the steam rockets the shuttle and plane forward. When the plane reaches the end of the catapult, the tow bar pops out of the shuttle, releasing the plane. During the launch, which takes around 2 seconds, the pilot of the aircraft experiences about 4 Gs of force.
That was a drone.
Okay, yeah, I was thinking it was
But
G-force
nothing
that
compared to
you're
what they
describing.
experienced during
Yeah.
high-speed maneuvers in
It looked like a drone.
Yeah, I saw that drone. I saw that. That's like a drone bomber that has those same sort of bells and whistles with internal weapons bays.
Yeah.
Just like that. I think in that movie, they used them in that movie Skyline, which honestly was like the most god awful movie I had ever seen.
I don't know anything about it.
It's basically it's a movie where aliens show up to Earth and they attract people with lights and attract them like moths to flame, and they become like giant, and they use their brain matter and create more monsters and use them as soldiers to capture more humans. And I think there's like a big battle that just uses mostly drones half of the time.
Sounds like a terrible hentai.
Yeah, there are. Yeah, well, guess what? They're all. Yeah, bears. There actually are
There
some.
was tentacles everywhere.
Yeah, yes. Actually,
If this
there
was
were
in
in the
Japan, I know where this is
Yeah,
going.
Yeah, I know. Those actually were in those. There actually were a bit of tentacles in the movie, but not. But it didn't go to the point where you think it is. Just people were just being grabbed and just being sucked into claws or whatever. Just tentacles coming out of claws and everything, and just sucking them up.
Flight. After the launch, the catapult needs to be reset. The two pistons run into a braking system, which is essentially just two large cylinders of water. Once the pistons are stopped, a grabber comes up behind them and pulls the shuttle back into place, thus completing the full launch cycle. One launch cycle can be completed in under a minute, and most
Quite
carriers
crazy. Had
have
that little
2
thing
or
to
4
pull that jet.
catapults, meaning
And
that
they
a
store 'em all
significant number
inside.
of aircraft
Yeah,
can be
they got
launched off the
hangars
deck
inside.
in very little
Yep.
time, thanks to these highly engineered aircraft catapults. The United States is currently investigating an alternative catapult launching system called the Electromagnetic Aircraft Launch System.
Yep.
But it has been a source of some controversy. While the new electromagnetic system will help decrease wear on certain parts and allow for larger aircraft to be launched from carriers, it's estimated that it has a
Okay,
far
that has to
greater
be a little bit
probability
fun.
of catastrophic failure
Yeah.
than its battle-tested steam counterpart. If this system were to be implemented on a future carrier, it would work in a similar fashion. Rather than utilizing steam pressure and
Look like something
pistons
from
to move
Jackass.
the aircraft
I'm Johnny
along,
Knoxville.
linear
Welcome to Jackass.
induction motors would be used. Coupled
Put
with
the
midget on there.
Right off the end of the
this
aircraft
system would
carrier.
push the sled along
Yeah,
through
that
strong
actually would be.
magnetism,
I think the only
resulting in less
I think the
stress
only
on
person
the
who could probably
aircraft
pull
and
that
less
off would probably
expenditure.
be yeah, that would only happen if it was Jackass, but it was directed by Michael Bay, so that's the
Basically,
only way it can happen.
They warned us against falling, like not just that you'd be out in the middle of the ocean, but it's dangerous to fall from that height.
Oh,
I'm sure.
Yeah,
well, I can
Especially
imagine
at that
it.
force.
yeah,
Yeah,
and like the aircraft carrier that about at least was about 21 years ago. The aircraft carriers that I were on it, they would get up to like certain speeds, and it was top secret, so they batten down the hatches and make everybody stand inside while they went to certain speeds.
yeah.
So they're neat.
Of energy. The system can also go from a cold start to launch ready in about 15 minutes compared to hours for steam catapults, and uses much less fresh water. Perhaps most importantly, the emails can launch pilotless drones, which are too heavy to be launched by steam. While it looks like steam is here to stay for catapult propulsion in the near future, the email system is already being installed on the new Ford-class carriers and may represent the catapult propulsion system of the future.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that is crazy. But guys, I want to show you a little something. I know it's like a balance of both Independence Day and another little story told a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away.
Star Fox.
No, not really.
There was actually a moment in like one of the levels in Star Fox where it's just Independence Day. Where Fox goes to help Bill.
Yeah, it is that point. But watch this. This is a really good video. It's so well edited. Watch this.
It's probably better than the freaking sequels. Or just
yes.
We're not here. Stop that thing.
Man, he just slapped him.
Yeah, poor Will Smith. Yeah, we're not gonna look at these movies anymore now. Given what's happened to him.
Fire the pickets.
Oh, they're messed up now.
Yep.
Darth Pickett Smith.
Use the force, Will.
Look, go ahead.
Awesome.
Excuse me.
They're chasing us. Oh, really? You think?
Good thing that attacker's shield is still up. Hopefully.
That's my favorite line in that movie.
Again, the design of it looks really awesome.
Whoever edited this did a really good job.
Yeah.
Elvis has left the building.
No, he just went home.
Where the hell do you think I'm going? Okay.
So 3 people destroyed the Death Star.
Hmm.
I didn't know Will Smith did it too.
Apparently that all happened. So yeah. Again, like I said, this video was very well edited.
That really was.
Speaking of Tim, did you see that banger that we was on, Jet Sparks? Tuesday? The Top Gun one stream? You know how many views he got?
How many?
2,300.
Wow.
Climbing.
Nice. I wish I
Sheesh.
could have gotten that many views.
I know. It's a banger, man. Pushed him up over 600.
Yep, it did. And plus, since you look like Adam Driver, again, it really kind of helps bring it up because again, Tim's got that sex appeal for
Yeah. Sexy time at Tim's.
Yeah.
Tim Driver. He wants to drive you.
Tim Driver.
Yeah.
Adam Possible.
Yeah. Yeah, I might have to mute this because again, you already know who aren't because of course I think since now the franchise is now owned by Disney and they are not going to be too happy about it. Every single time we see something, every single time I see movies now from like 20th Century Fox, I just always think of myself. I always think of from Disney.
From the corporation that buys absolutely fucking everything.
Holy mother of God. Look at that. Look at the size of that thing. I can't believe that thing is 15 miles across.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Thanks for your soul.
Yep. Fox 3.
That was an awesome movie.
Oh, Independence Day is so fucking awesome. It's stupid, but awesome. I love it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's one of the movies, like, when it came out at the time, it was amazing, you know?
Yeah.
That guy has gone so downhill over the years.
Yes. Yeah, we all know Will. It's something like Will was the king of cool in the 90s, but now it's just sad. And hell, even
I'm not talking about Will. I'm talking about the guy that made this movie.
Roland Emmerich.
Yeah.
Yeah, like he made Moonfall, and that movie was so like it was like stupid, but it wasn't awesome at all. It was just honestly boring. The characters really sucked.
I'd have to watch the second one again. I from what I remember, I liked it, but it also wasn't that like it wasn't an original piece. It was a sequel. So
yeah, exactly.
Oh,
yeah,
the sequel sucks so much.
Yes, it did. Yeah, it's crazy though. Those things. I think there were like tens of millions of troops inside those. I think they sent like hundreds of those attackers, and I think they had like maybe 60 fighters at most going up against it. It's crazy. Yep, and they're getting annihilated because they have the shields up.
I love that. So we don't have a lot of like jet movies, especially where like this one, like where you get to see entire fleets and of of aircraft and.
Yeah, a lot of dog fighting.
Yeah, and it's like the Top Gun Maverick, man. It's just like been waiting on something like that. And I think another reason, they say that a lot of it's boomers, but I say too that we just haven't had a good fighter jet movie in a long time, you know.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, it's just always that crazy thing you always see, though, because I mean, yeah, I mean, alien stuff. I mean, it's definitely better than what we saw with Battlefield Earth. Dear Lord, that movie was bad. But yeah, but I think I know my dad and I really kind of like really discussed the science of the movie. I think I know they always say in the movie that the mothership itself is like over like 1/4 the size of our moon, which again that he thinks that probably would have offset the gravity of both the Earth and the moon, maybe, but I don't know. Yeah, but again, we don't know. Again, suspension of disbelief, that kind of stuff. Okay, ID for mothership. No. Shoot.
I don't know if y'all cats seen The Last Starfighter. I was raised on.
Oh my gosh, my dad showed me that a long time ago. That movie was great.
The kid in the ship. It is like the ship is like super serious at first, and then it turns into Pee Wee Herman.
No.
Yeah, it's not the best accurate depiction of it, but I'll pull it up really quickly.
He like, it's in that early 80s. He wins an arcade. He's the best at this arcade. It's
that
Alien Starfighter game, and it's actually a recruiting game to recruit people from the galaxy, and he gets chosen as the last starfighter. And when he shows up, all the other starfighters have been killed, or he doesn't go through with it, and they get wiped out, and then he comes back, and he's the last starfighter. Yeah, it's real good. Like, I would like to have a good, space combat, like an aviation type deal. That'd be cool.
Yeah, again, I think I really do kind of live for those kind of movies.
Okay, this one, all right.
Yeah, they're talking about redoing this one too, man. I don't really know. Yeah, I don't know about.
Oh, Red Tails.
Yeah,
my grandpa loved that. Yeah, it's a movie about the Tuskegee Airmen. The very first, like the first, like an all black regiment of the Air Force from World War II.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And then you have Air Boys, or what was it with
Fly Boys?
Fly Boys, yeah.
Yeah, that was
World War One.
That was World War One. Yeah. The first dogfighters saw with camels versus German triplanes again.
Yeah, that was when the Red Baron came about.
Yep, and that truly was something to really hold. I can't believe. I wonder if like Orville and Wilbur Wright actually envisioned their invention becoming used for war. I don't know if they ever envisioned it.
I don't think Einstein envisioned what he did either.
Using atomic science for war as well.
That's because some people just aren't responsible with power, man.
Yeah, that is true. But another thing that also does kind of break the idea is, darn, crap, lost my train of thought here. The idea that anything that can be used will be used for warfare is always a scary thought, though. But another invention I can think of. I can't really think of anything.
If you look at the other end of the spectrum, out of war comes technological advancement.
Yes.
World War II, that era, it had a lot of medical advancements and
like penicillin and
ibuprofen, I think, was one.
Yep.
Methamphetamine.
And there's quite a bit.
The Germans were using that.
Yeah, I think Hitler was the one that made the sex doll, the inflatable one.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, everyone.
He had one of the Infinity Stones too, I think.
Oh. Yeah. They had the Space Stone from like Captain America. I actually have that on DVD now. It's just like
is that the one? Is that the stone in the Captain America one?
That's
Red Skull gets that.
I
remember it being the cube, and then
on the
Loki.
Tesseract. Yeah, the Tesseract was actually contained the Space Stone.
Oh, okay.
Vision had the Mind Stone, and I think originally I thought since Heimdall could see all the souls of all the 9 realms, and the fact that his eyes were orange, I had assumed that he was the one that had the Soul Stone, like the Soul Stone was in like his sword or something, and that's how he was also able to control the Bifrost as well. But it turns out the Soul Stone was on just some random planet, and of course the Red Skull was protecting it the whole time.
Yeah, and then they ended up in a drawer, and they're pretty much worthless.
Yep. But my sister really does love that movie, love the Loki show, and loves just the character Loki in general. So yeah, we have these things. I don't know what the heck these are for at the bottom, but yeah, all these little ports here are supposed to be like the docking mechanism for all the ships. But I think officially they said that there were exactly 36 ships to the mothership, and only like in sort of like a novelization, they say that like 108 cities were destroyed in the movie. Let me even pull that up.
Do they have any novels for this?
There actually are some novels about
the invasion and stuff.
Yeah, or about there. Like I think one of them was like a war in the desert. Like those 3 pilots you saw in the Iraqi desert. I think there's one novel that basically explains, their battle, the Battle of Cairo, I think. And let me try to share, like disable this and share this screen again. So, the War of 1996. These are all the city casualties. Exactly 108 cities were completely destroyed in 3 waves by the aliens. All 35 ships were saved and suffered minor structural damage, preventing the fourth wave. So yeah, first wave, a lot of the cities that we see destroyed in the first wave were all capitals. So New York, DC, LA, Toronto, Mexico City, Havana, Paris, London, Moscow, Kiev, Warsaw, New Delhi, Tokyo, Berlin, were all destroyed in just the first wave alone.
Did they at least get the Golden Gate Bridge?
No, I think, let me see here. San Francisco, no.
Because that is required in every disaster movie ever.
No, the only cities they destroyed were LA, New York, and DC destroyed. I think I think San Francisco was probably destroyed in one of these waves. I think. Yeah, San Francisco was destroyed in the third wave. So yeah, the first wave, once that one destroyed, I think. But since like the one in Vancouver was destroyed Vancouver, it then moved on to Seattle, then moved on to San Francisco, and the one that was probably going toward Las Vegas next ended up altering course to go to Area 51. So a lot of and again more cities across China. A lot of them were across China, and some of them were across the Middle East, and plenty were across the Middle East. But it kind of conflicts with the movie a little bit, because I think there's one thing on the newsreel that says that the Southern Hemisphere was unaffected, but yet Rio de Janeiro and Sao Paulo and Buenos Aires were cities that were destroyed, all in the Southern Hemisphere. But we also do know that like one of the cities that was intercepted was Sydney, Australia. So all the intercepted cities were Caracas, Cleveland, Dallas, Las Vegas, which actually got destroyed when the city destroyer crashed. St. Louis, Area 51, El Paso, Montreal, Barcelona, Belfast, Stockholm, Petrovac, I can't really pronounce that, Russians. Budapest, Colombo, Osaka, Hiroshima, Sydney, Kunming, China, Taipei, Wuhan, Monaco, Sarajevo, Cairo, Bangkok, Tripoli, Cape Town, and Rotterdam. But again, it really kind of showed the idea that, they even say that like pretty much since all the world's capitals were destroyed, of course all the like governments were essentially wiped out too. It was basically a Pyrrhic victory at the end of the movie. And even officially, they said that like 3 billion humans, 3 billion lives were taken in the war. Which realistically, I know if they only destroyed all the first cities they destroyed, and after you think that wouldn't they have if everyone noticed the destruction, even hearing all the news reports, they even said that a lot of the major cities were deserted. So even when they saw this, when you go to do the nuclear strike on Houston, the city's completely deserted. So it makes you wonder. So how the heck did all the people who probably left all those cities? How did 3 billion people die? I understand all the military casualties that could have piled up from all the bases and shipyards they probably destroyed. But again, at best estimate, I think maybe only at least close to 1 billion or maybe 500 million people would have been killed in the conflict. And even then, I'm also gonna look up a video. Hang on, let me see if I can find it. Alt History Hub. Internet. Hub. All right, here we go. Let me see if I can find the first one. Sorry, it's taking a bit, but
that's our most powerful spaceship / big ball.
Yeah, it is.
It's like this ball could kill us.
Yeah. Again, I think but I don't know one thing compared to the Death. Yeah, no, the Death Star is a powerful thing, but stupid. But we already know apparently some Danish guy created a 200-kilometer tunnel to the core, and nobody noticed.
Do you know what's the best ship ever?
What?
The Winnebago from Spaceballs.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, a ship that's an RV. That's awesome.
Winnebago. Lone Star.
Yeah.
Pesky vermin to wipe off the map. Aliens sure seem to care a lot about destroying our most precious landmarks on our favorite holidays. This is a scenario that played out in the movie Independence Day. But past all the explosions, cheese, and grandiose 90s American hell yeah redneck comic scenario of an unstoppable force that wiped out pretty much every major city on the planet. If you were an average bystander, the events of the first movie were less about heroic fighter battles and more like this. So what would be the actual ramifications of this massive alien attack? What if the scenario laid out in the Independence Day movie happened in an alternate timeline? Aliens attack, aliens blow up. Spoiler, you had 20 years to watch it.
I'm not saying aliens,
what
but
does
aliens.
This alternate 21st century look like? Well, here's one scenario. If you clicked on this video, I'm assuming you've watched or at least familiar with the plot of Independence Day. Long story short, in 1996, aliens, as in these type of aliens, show up in massive city-sized spacecraft over major world cities and destroy them all with superweapon lasers. I'm pretty bummed, but hearing that damn inspirational speech, the world unites on the 4th of July with America to take out the aliens. Bright, prosperous future.
Yes, bow down to your American overlords, rest of the world.
End movie. Now, according to the official website, the
I see what he did with the arrow spread white and blue.
Following the attack,
Yeah.
World cities are rebuilt within a few years. Humanity unites for a single goal, and alien technology is adopted within 15 years or so. Now, it's great XCOM shows up, but it isn't the most entirely realistic scenario. In this alternate timeline, you may not see these ever. According to Roland Emmerich in interviews in the official prequel book, 3 billion people died in the War of 1996. In 1990, the global population was around 5 billion, so 3/5 of that died in around 2 days. According to the official website, over 108 cities across the globe were annihilated in those 2 days as well. 500 million people immediately killed in that first wave alone. With a worst case scenario, if nobody even evacuated any city and just stood in place, only 1 billion people would die across the world. So what does this mean? Well, we could have a case of Hollywood just throwing logic to the wind, using numbers without research. Or the aliens killed 2 billion more people off screen in the first movie. How did
Hollywood
they do this?
thinking?
I don't know. Ships maybe? Pew-pewing everything? The
Yeah.
feeling after the war is less like Victory Day in Europe and more brief sense of relief knowing you survived, but also staring at the ruins of your home after a tornado killed everyone you love. I know. Dark. Since the aliens focused on large urban sprawls, the majority of people killed are in North America, Europe, and East Asia, including India and Indonesia. North America has a population of roughly 500 million people. Europe 742 million, East Asia has 1.5 billion. So to reach around 3 billion, we'd need a decent chunk of each region's populace to go to. History is filled with examples
wasn't there
of how population
a
loss
ship
transformed
crashed in
societies.
Africa in the
Death
second
helped
movie?
Yeah, I think he is gonna get to that. Yeah, that's the whole thing though. Apparently, yeah, the aliens somehow managed one ship managed to
overpopulated Europe
to survive
and allowed
though.
for social advancement.
I gotta dip out,
Smallpox
guys.
absolutely
It's been
destroyed
fun,
the
man.
Colombian
All
civilization.
right, thanks for stopping by, Fade.
Native
All right,
Americans
later,
being
guys.
wiped out,
Peace
it would
out.
be the most industrialized nations. People are a pretty important resource. They provide labor, buy goods, farm food, and pay taxes. Good job, people. So losing them is very devastating. Keep in mind, many of the cities destroyed in the first wave were capitals, centers of the government, heads of state. Bureaucracies are already hell in an emergency alone. Now imagine if every single one blew up at the same time. Line of succession, authority, control over the populace, all go into disarray as each major country loses their heads. After the war and victory, this is the problem right off the bat. What is left of the national governments, if there is any left, have to deal with an assorted mess of issues, including the largest humanitarian disaster in history. Millions across the world are wounded, sick, and orphaned. Millions of citizens need immediate service. Just this simple rebuilding disaster in itself would require Marshall Plan level efforts, but this time there isn't an eagle in the sky to save anyone, as the eagle just got shot down by aliens. By destroying these cities like LA and New York, you aren't just killing a lot of people and blowing up monuments in the coolest way possible, you're wiping out centers of economy, ports for trade, heads of global companies, and centers for the transportation of goods. Supplies still could be transported across the US, but it's much more difficult, especially as global trade has most likely come to a halt. Why? The fact 3 billion people died. With 3 billion less people, that means you no longer have enough workers to properly sustain society. At best, everything comes down to a standstill. At worst, complete collapse. Global trade, if it is even existent, would be minuscule compared to pre-1996. As seen lately, just one change to the economic balance of the world has catastrophic repercussions. In this alternate timeline, an alien attack just destroys the global economy. It never can recover. Western society of pre-1996 comes to a screeching halt. The dollar, euro, peso, every currency collapses. Everything is about immediate survival. In a realistic scenario, humanity is less united than ever before. World War II and globalization crafted a world where we are more united than any time in human history. An alien attack removes all of this. Survivors, left unaffected by the destruction, still need to sustain themselves. Intellectuals and politicians would be planning for the next invasion, using whichever resources they have. But the main problems are economic uncertainty, instability, and refugees. Civilization isn't destroyed, it's just smaller, less complex. The United States still exists, in theory, but in reality it'd be controlled by states, largely trading with one another. In cities across the globe, urban riots occur over the lack of supplies. Some people are simply shot down by police and military forces left standing after the war. In this alternate timeline, no cities are simply rebuilt. No country would have the capacity to take such an undertaking in cleaning it up. Instead, they just move capitals to other cities. While in the movie, the president is able to make it out alive, Congress, the Supreme Court, and every federal department did not. The United States would have a tough time voting back in a new government, and even then, it would never truly be like it once was. In the official lore, humanity easily rebuilds after a few years, keeping the same nations and even progressing in technology. In this alternate timeline, after the war, no country remains stable. Some, however, remain more stable than others. Those left pretty much unaffected are South America, Africa, and Oceania. So in this alternate timeline, after the Great Speech and hacking Hillary's servers on the mothership, what is one possibility that humanity could truly be like after an alien invasion? Lesser, more divided, but not like the Road or Walking Dead. At best, life simply stagnates, and rural people make the more out of less. But for the rest of the urban world, anarchy and unrest are prominent in the following years. The UK, France, and Germany all lost 4 of their most important cities. If your lifestyle depended on global trade and the existence of a prosperous market, then you're in for a bad time. Humanity.
Yeah, so basically, yeah, it literally would just be the worst thing ever.
Rednecks have been prepared for this.
Exactly, and that's the reason why I'm actually glad I live in a small town. I have easy access, because even right now, even it's probably not a very good idea to be living near a city. If you're actually just like, again, you want to have all the high life and all that stuff, yeah, it may be fun for that sort of stuff. But other than that, just like if it's like necessary for like survival and stuff like that, not a good idea. It's better to stay somewhere in a more smaller town somewhere. And possibly somewhere further, and probably somewhere far inland too. So yeah, I think there's a part 2 to this. I think maybe I'm trying to find it, but it is something we all really would like to see here. Just pull the second one up.
Hello, America. 3 billion people were just turned to ash. But we blew up the aliens, so this is a time to come together under our common humanity. And no, stop looting. Damn it. When I created the scenario involving Independence Day, I figured it would be a one-off topic. But so many people requested I dive deeper into the scenario, I thought, hey, why not? In part 2, I'm not putting more years onto the scenario, considering how, well, everyone dies when the aliens do come back. But I can focus more in detail of this world before the death and destruction. Mostly, this is going into detail about how badly everything truly would get. If you haven't seen part 1, click here. If you have, let's continue. As I said before, when the alien...
Okay, I'm gonna stop it for a bit and go back a little bit. I actually do like the idea that the aliens had like the outer surface of the alien is just like an exosuit that they wear.
Oh yeah, that was the whole thing. It's like the main alien's actually just inside. That's a suit.
Yeah, and it's like tinier though. It's almost about as helpless as like a newborn baby essentially. I think they explore that in the sequel. I think you have to stab them in the back and it like forces them out of like their exosuit.
Peace. No peace.
Yeah, it's just crazy how it was speaking. You know, the guy that they were doing that to, that was actually Data from Star Trek.
Yeah, my mom has brought that fact every time we watch that damn movie.
This is going into detail about
it's
how
also
badly
stupid that they brought him
would
back.
Get. If you haven't seen part 1,
yeah,
when he was straight up clearly dead in the first movie.
I think in the DVD commentary, I think one of the producer Dean Devlin said he's not dead. He's not dead, just in a coma. And I think that was even back then was like, huh, that sounds a little suspicious. But now that they made the sequel, it's like, okay, yeah, Dean Devlin is kind of onto something, because I think they were still like kind of doing, and that commentary was like made back in 2004, because I think
he was straight up dead. He was not even moving. His neck wasn't even like trying to get air. Like, you know, when they were trying to breathe, your neck moves a little bit. It was still, his neck was moving, and his eyes were wide open, like if, you know, the life was sucked out of him.
Yeah, it's really, really weird. But then again, like I said, I guess some people just like who may assume to be dead actually don't ever end up. Even in like Mars Attacks, I think like Jim Brown's character, who like he pretty much just like boxes the crap out of the Martians. They think they pretty much had him on the ropes and pretty much dogpiled them to death. But apparently he survived at the end of the movie and made it all the way across the country to Washington, D.C., apparently. So all that happened. Still, I mean, again, only from the insane mind of like Tim Burton would they ever use the hilarious weakness of them basically not liking yodeling music.
That's right. The Mars attacks.
Yeah. I mean, even then, another funny thing about that is like his kids are actually total badasses too. So basically, it also teaches, kids. The more you play video games, the more you're prepared. The more you actually are prepared for an alien invasion. So yeah, they basically take out the Martians' ray guns and start zapping them all in the White House.
Oh, I remember the Area 51 memes were hilarious with Call of Duty players. Or no, World War III memes. It was like two Call of Duty players meet and they start like asking questions like, "What do you do after you shoot one bullet? Reload." Oof.
Yeah, I think there's a video out there where like people who are gamers try to undergo actual combat training. I wonder if that's out there somewhere. I'm gonna try and look.
Oh, it's grueling. I can tell you that. Like it looks grueling. It sounds grueling. It's nothing like video games. I hate it when kids are like, "Oh, it's just gonna be like the games." It's like, no,
it freaking isn't. But I'm not sure. Given how much they kind of lowered the standards of like, the military nowadays, it's like, yeah, I think even like a kid could be conscripted. But if wartime is coming, yeah, that draft's coming, people. So so if you're between the age of 18 and 35, we're all probably going off to war.
Joke's on you. I'm 36. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not. I'm 26.
Yeah, so basically the government's desperate. Yeah, we're both going out there, but I think us playing war games a little bit. But I actually have fired a Beretta before, so I think at least I know how to use small arms at least. So, but then again, I probably think maybe I'll just go to the Air Force. I'll just go into the Air Force.
I need practice with my shotgun, dude. I've been wanting to fire that thing. I got like a ton of bird rounds that I want to fire.
Yeah. Because I know it's really cool. Because I mean, I was a little uneasy at first, like going to a gun range, but I kind of got used to it. And I really want to go back. And I really want to go back and do it.
Oh,
again.
I was smiling ear to ear when I first went to a gun range. I'm like, hell yeah! And there's like a big teddy bear with a bunch of weapons on him. I was like, yes, he has the right to bear arms.
Because puns are funny.
Also, Battle LA. I've not seen that movie, but I've heard nothing but bad things. You're kind of like the first person I've ever heard that said they like Battle LA.
Oh man!
Actually, second person. Weaponized Nerd Rage's co-host said he liked that movie. I'm like, oh, really? That's a first.
Oh, I gotta show you another great YouTuber who basically has a great series out there.
There's one dude I like to watch from time to time. He does like the anatomy of like pop culture infections or like monsters. Like he did like all the Doom enemies, which is pretty cool.
Yeah. Okay, let me just try to see if I can find the video. Yeah, here we go. Sci-fi civilization is too stupid to actually exist. And one I think we all know.
Star Trek.
Yeah, I think. yeah. You could say that, but in more ways, it's like the Borg in a way. But I think they cover them completely over. Trying to find one of these. Okay, yeah. Here's the one for Independence Day.
If only it was like fucking July 4th.
Oh. Okay, hang on 1 second. Oh, no, wrong one. Best alien movie, yeah, we all know Ridley Scott is literally the man because, yeah, it blends sci-fi and horror pretty well together.
I need to watch Aliens.
Yeah, the one by James Cameron.
Yeah, I've seen Alien, and that one's pretty good. My mom was really into it, and she thought it was pretty lame, but I don't know, I liked it.
Yeah.
We'll look at another well-known advanced race of morons that I originally thought maybe weren't too stupid. But I have a series to continue, so I've dug deeper, and I'm happy to report that I was totally wrong. So brush up on your 90s coding skills, sharpen your machetes, wind up that sucker punch, and make sure your stars and stripes are flying high. It's
Fuck yeah.
the Harvesters.
Is that what they're called?
Yeah, that's what they're
This
officially
whole
called.
time, I never knew what they were.
Yeah, people just call them space locusts. Space locusts, but they're called the Harvester or the Harvesters.
Honestly, I think Locust is a cooler name.
Yeah,
Because just like Locust, they just destroy.
Yeah. Yeah, you gotta love that guy who just salutes like that.
Jewish caricature ever.
My mom and I quote him almost every damn day.
Oh, Judd Hirsch.
Yeah. You know then, but you did not.
Nothing. I mean, look at me. I look like a schlemiel. That vultures.
The vultures line, we say it all the time. I'm not kidding you.
Okay, Bears, I'm loving you even more.
That we are told are extremely intelligent.
It's like this movie is like a requirement in my family.
Yeah. Oh my God. I guess your parents will. If I ever get to meet you for real, man, I think your parents will love talking to me and have you and like be a family friend.
They defeat these disgusting critters easily. And then the
Welcome to Earth.
Yes. Apparently, when he's starting to scream, "What is that smell?" It's actually for real. Apparently, like the sand that he was walking on. Apparently, if it's really moved, it stinks like hell.
On the salt flats? Damn.
Yeah, it smells apparently really bad, and that was his legit reaction of what the hell is that smell?
Oh, yeah, that's perfect ad-libbing there on Will Smith's part. He just kicked that shit out of the alien. That was too good. I could have made a barbecue.
It's weird how he was able to actually knock out that alien that's in a pretty thick suit too.
Yeah, I mean,
I think about it.
Yeah, he can punch the shit out of an alien, but he can barely bitch slap Chris Rock. He didn't even get phased. He wasn't even phased by it.
Well, it was a bitch slap. It's called a bitch slap for a reason. You saw his hand. That thing was weak looking.
Yeah, I know. But again, that's the slap video. Again, that's how you know you're a master. I mean, basically everyone got that in that video, and everyone was like, what the heck just happened? It was like, it's like everyone was more or less embarrassed. He even slaps the damn announcer. It's crazy.
Millions are dead, but goddamn, it's never felt better to be human. Don't get complacent though, because even though nothing about the Harvester fighter changed in 60 years, including access authorization.
They are bringing us in. Oops.
Now the Harvesters are back after just 20 years, and everything.
Oh yeah. Hey, keep my. Okay, I'm gonna rewind it a little bit.
Multi-targeting systems.
This is the sequel, isn't it?
Yeah.
Human satellites.
Keep my wife's name out your freaking mouth.
Faster attack ships with rapid.
Oh yeah, they adopt like alien technology with those fighters or whatever.
Gun wielding.
That's right. I mean, that was a cool concept. It's just I didn't care about any of the characters, and it just felt like an unnecessary sequel the whole time.
Yeah, and I mean, it would have been interesting, but I think even in the first movie, they were planning on sending in planning to send in ground troops against Earth now after they had dealt the serious blow to all their cities. I think they were just going down to mop up. I think. But I mean, again, conducting a land invasion against an entire planet would be even more impossible. Heck, like Temple Institute even talked about how you need to hold. That's like a lot of land you have to hold compared to like holding a small region like a country is a lot bigger than having to deal with an entire planet. So it makes you wonder how the hell can the Galactic Empire hold that much territory, even like whole planets. Yeah, auto retreat.
Ecosystem.
Alien ecosystem.
Gravity.
Oh, Moonfall before it was Moonfall.
Yes. All the sky holes.
This
Or sky
noticeable
beams.
technological prowess could be due to a number of reasons.
I can't believe that thing was about the size of the Atlantic Ocean, for crying out loud.
Or as some fanboys suggest, the original Harvester aliens may have been an auxiliary force, some sort of first line of offense designed to deploy their military as efficiently as possible. But due to the drastic differences between the original Independence Day aliens and their more epic Resurgence counterparts,
They even have alien guns too.
The original aliens as the Half-Asters.
half arsters.
Independence Day Resurgence is lathered with only a modest portion of American cheese.
I'd like to get the landmarks.
Enough to make it feel like a sequel, but
there goes the Patronus Towers right on top of London Bridge.
The London Bridge is falling down.
Yep. Oh, it's only funnier when Ash Williams says it.
Oh, Men in Black movies 1 through 3 are great. I pretend the 4th one doesn't even exist.
It doesn't exist.
What doesn't exist?
It doesn't. I mean, why is it? What even is it?
Oh, that was so stupid.
Yes. He gets to fire it. Just like, come on.
It's a movie, alright. And I saved everyone.
Oh yeah, and I also forgot his brother's in the movie. Oh yeah, not only is he in the movie, but he's also in that other movie too. Yeah.
An overall invasion strategy
invites failure.
Yeah, there's a 4th Men in Black movie.
Yeah.
International something.
Yeah, all those characters. Yeah, nobody cares about that movie. That movie does not exist.
Yeah, it doesn't have Will Smith or Tommy Lee Jones, so it's like I don't care.
Hell, Josh Brolin was even good in that movie. Josh Brolin before he was Thanos.
Wait, Josh Brolin's in those movies? Oh wait, was he Boris the Animal?
No, he was young. He was like a young K.
A time when we had
oh.
systems. This fighter probably had a support ship somewhere.
I did not know that.
Even if this was the only ship to make it here, well, the fact that it didn't come home should have been enough to tell the Harvesters this species warrants more intensive scrutiny. The Harvesters' first fatal flaw was assuming that the Half-Asters would be enough to deal with these primitive...
Keep my wife's name out your... Sorry.
Fatal flaw
Let me go
was
back.
assuming that the Half-Asters would be enough to deal with...
Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth!
These primitive but powerful
Sorry.
warmongering apes. Long before they got here, the Harvesters woefully misjudged humanity's capacity for destruction and deception.
Don't get me unprepared.
Well, not actual humanity, just this bunch of glorious winners.
Ship all banged up. Who's the man?
Another pre-invasion strategic failure.
Is there is? Unfortunately, yes, there is one, but we don't talk about that one.
Did you just try to do the J.K. Simmons? You serious?
Yeah. Based on what Goonies wrote, and yeah, I need to use that clip.
You're fired.
Yeah, that's what the aliens were after. Our core.
Not only do they seem to ignore the many uninhabited worlds with viable cores that should exist according to our current scientific knowledge, instead invading a world with a civilization that has technology and but their mining practices are also extremely wasteful.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
Goonies.
Oh, what? Oh, some alien said to Will Smith, I like your wife's haircut. Yeah, exactly.
Did you hear about Hulu having a new Hellraiser movie where Pinhead's going to be a female?
Oh my goodness.
And it's like a whole different actress I never heard of, but I said they should have hired Jada Pinkett Smith. She likes the suffering of others and causing pain, and also you could save money on a bald cap. Come at me, Will Smith. I dare.
Yeah, come at both of us. Yeah. Yeah, but again, yeah, Will Smith. Again, you can't feel sorry for that guy, but he got married to a completely insane woman. You would think, but all of his kids are real. All of his kids are screwed up too.
Oh man.
Yeah. You would think even like his oldest son Trey would be almost normal. For a time, I
whole
kind of thought he
process is
was.
designed to speed up entropy.
Yeah, and also
Really don't
No
think
tears. That's
Yeah.
a waste of good suffering.
yes, and also look, going on a bit of a tangent here. All those aliens who have ever wanted, all in like alien invasion plot lines where the aliens are trying to strip mine our planet for resources. If you're looking for water, guess what? Go get some ice from Europa, or go get some ice from Pluto, or any comets that are passing by.
Unless it's the aliens from this what was it, Signs?
Yes. Oh my gosh. Why would you invade a planet that has water on it? What did you assume all that blue stuff was? It's like
someone, there was one defender of that movie. He did bring up a good point. They probably didn't know it was like acid to them. But if it's like they've been, I don't know if they confirmed this in the movie, if they've been spying on the planet, then they should have learned about the water.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, if they knew that, but I mean, it's also kind of ironic that, don't you think that you would, I mean, as far as we know, like the science we know, water is like one of the biggest building blocks of life. And I mean, if they're carbon-based life forms, obviously that their species had to evolve on a planet with an ecosystem of some kind. Either that, or it's like the planet they come from is extremely arid and dry. So maybe they don't need water. They don't need water to like survive or anything. It's just weird. I don't get it. But moving on.
Our core would be capable of sustaining the harvesters. I hope your civilization only needs nickel and iron, because that's about all our core is made of.
Sensor analysis.
Why a civilization
it's from Voyager.
Destroy the habitable worlds it comes across defies logic.
Indeed.
They want the damn ecosystem, but they don't want to colonize and terraform entire planets. They could settle suitable worlds and still satiate their appetite for resources by mining uninhabitable planets with suitable cores, or just do normal space mining without the whole planetary destruction thing. The aliens proved their commitment.
I mean, come on, yeah, asteroids have a lot of resources inside them you could use.
Yeah, but it's not as fun.
Slightly harder to kill. Kinda. But their
what a wuss!
And their general security ain't too good either. The Harvesters may have the lion's share of this civilization's glaring weaknesses, but the normal Harvesters...
Oh yes, and he takes a piss and gives them the finger.
I totally forgot about that. Like, I blacked a lot of that movie.
None of your forces should suffer defeat at the hands of a 1995 legend.
It starts playing AOL dial-up before blowing them up.
Yeah. I can't do that line.
I don't think any normal human being could do that. Maybe the dude that did like the sound effects from Police Academy could.
Maybe.
Is to have a gaping hole on its exterior, as if designed to allow ships to fly into and blow stuff up in. These harvesters are far too trusting of their mortal enemies. They're aware of
you skipped the sequel? Yeah, dude, the sequel's just bad.
Oh yeah, yeah, and I know those hybrid bombers. They look like B1. They look like B1 bombers.
I think my sister actually really likes the sequel more than the first one.
Yeah, I know. I think my sister really likes Blade Trinity out of all the films.
I've only seen the first Blade.
Yeah, it is. I personally think it's the best one.
I mean, that's typically what movie series.
One of the most famous and stupid of alien weaknesses, the Harvesters were laughably defeated after being hacked by a 1995 Apple PowerBook 5300. Regarded as one of Apple's worst products ever. The Harvesters were
oh wow, really?
Yeah, they actually use this movie to try to sell those laptops, but they were discontinued like literally only a month after the movie came out because of one single thing that he'll say in a minute. I don't even know what the hell he just said, but it was awesome.
Invade by spewing all manner of signals across the globe.
This can't be right.
It must be a massive up yours to humans.
I like how he said up yours to humans when he shows the guy that does the whole up your. Yep, there we go.
Yeah.
To coordinate their ships, but as usual, network security is lacking. It's encrypted, but that's not enough.
Yeah, they show that in delete. That was that part of a deleted scene where he actually shows that all those lines are for for communications or whatever.
Binary.
Discovers that the alien
Yeah, it's like alien binary.
Similar to our own.
The aliens might identify as non-binary.
In reality, those dudes randomly.
Yeah, that dog truly survived. Boomer will live.
Boomer will live.
There is, of course, a deleted scene that supposedly justifies the method by which Dave delivers the virus into the alien systems. Until you actually.
Well, that see kind of makes sense for you when you're an alien doesn't got much when you don't got much junk in the trunk now, do you?
Rule 34: artists will find a way. Damn it.
It just confirms the aliens' network security is still piss poor.
You know, you're really starting to make us look bad.
Doing this scene was probably the right call, to be honest.
Well, if you get the special edition, it's shown there.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Brought to you by a massive brand deal with Apple.
When you've got just 28 minutes to save the entire planet, the clock is ticking. You better hope you got the right computer.
The Mac PowerBook 5300, a computer so epic it was discontinued less than a month after the movie's release. Wait, so they sabotage a whole movie storyline just to try and make their product look good, and now they won't even sell us the damn thing. 2 words: battery fires. There was no need to drop a nuke. Just load up that ship with dangerous PowerBook 5300s.
So they did it before Samsung.
And you're 2 birds, 1 stone. The half-assed forces are really not up to task either. Their fighters may be well protected until Dave hacks their cloud storage anyway. But their main problem is their painfully slow rate of fire and maneuverability comparable to a regular Earth aircraft. The human-alien hybrid ships from Resurgence end up being better military aircraft than the original half-assed fighters they were based on. We can go up, we can go down, we can go back, we can go forward, we can go side to side. And these are the people who thought it would be a great idea to power big screens with cold fusion reactors. Their exoskeleton suits could also do a bit of an upgrade.
Now comes the really icky part.
Besides seemingly slow reaction times, they have a glaring weakness in the back of their exosuit.
See?
You have to get them from
behind. Oh.
Yeah, ironic.
Oh shoot. What was that, Game of Thrones?
I don't know, but I think that actor was in the same whatever that was. That was the same actor who got stabbed in the back.
Irony.
Yeah.
I don't give a damn if that pilot was already disoriented.
Still love that line.
Protective armor, then this thing definitely needs a redesign. But wait, there's more. This city destroyer ship was defeated when the town drunk crashed into
it. Delayed reaction.
Yeah, sorry.
The power of these ships' weapons are impressive, but it seems seriously risky that all it takes to destroy the entire thing is to strike a modest blow against its weapon when it's firing. Targeting a weapon is a standard military strategy. Okay, granted, the shields are down, but under no circumstances should your gargantuan ship meet its end from a small explosion on its exterior. Of course, the real harvesters were smart enough to upgrade this feature as well.
Yeah, well, bigger doesn't always necessarily mean better.
That runs through all harvester forces, and is perhaps the most serious risk to their civilization. Can we move it along? Point 3, that whole centralized
Harvey
Fernstein extreme vulnerability thing. Now with a new and improved feature, irrational suicidal queens. Nearly everything in Harvester society is geared towards the centralization of power and control in a singular massive ship, which supports a vast section of Harvester society. And you thought the Harvesters only had superficial resemblances to the Xenomorphs before.
Clip what?
Now they have alien queens too.
Oh right, yeah.
Independence Day.
I think I should get that clip.
Movie we've had in 30 years.
What the The delayed reaction or my pick a joke?
No, the up yours from Independence Day.
Oh, okay.
Yours. All right, you simian assholes.
Providing shielding and power to all subordinate.
For the longest time, I thought he was Robin Williams when I was a kid.
No, it was Randy Quaid, but he's also gone nuts.
Target needs attacking.
Well, you think they don't know what you know? They know. Believe me, they know.
The harvesters operate under a hive mind and will act unpredictably with the death of their queen.
Shot in the back, very safe.
Lest we forget. Auto suicide. You kill one alien, you kill the queen, you kill all the other aliens.
The destruction of their queen.
Kill the queen, save the world.
Yep.
Except for some half-asters in Africa, who for some reason stayed awake, instead choosing to fight a feudal ground war against an African warlord for a decade.
You have a plan?
This intact ship powered down after the destruction of the mothership and queen. So it appears this massive city-sized ship does not have the capability to operate independently at all. Way to doom your surviving forces. The later harvesters, of course, up their game with a fancy auto-retreat feature that triggers when their queen is destroyed. That's great. For the humans, no mess to clean up after you've destroyed the one life form driving this invasion. Their psychic abilities and hive mind also have their own strategic disadvantages. Basically, anyone who comes into psychic contact with a harvester will from that day forth have a link to any incoming queens. After the half-aster invasion, Earth is left with a small amount of people who can now act as canaries in the alien coal mine. The humans have been gifted an early warning system capable of telling us whenever a queen is near.
She's already on her way.
It also seems risky to have your civilization
Does she know the way?
Ships, which have been proven to be vulnerable to all manner of primitive
The queen! The queen!
Hive mind carry on.
The queen!
Civilization destroying liability.
The Boar Queen.
Woeful security. I wouldn't bet against them being susceptible
You infected us with a neurologic pathogen.
It does look a lot more like a video game. I guess because due to the high amounts of CGI.
Yeah.
Like it kind of looks like a pre-rendered CGI trailer for was it like when you announce a video game and it's like a pre-rendered CGI trailer?
Yeah. And I think like we saw the state of play. I think they finally announced like Resident Evil 4 remake,
which I think they actually changed Ada Wong's dress into like something different.
Oh, of course, because
it was just a red jacket, and I always recognize Ada Wong's hairstyle.
Yeah, and also again that red dress made. I know I never played any of the Resident Evil games, but yeah, it's just like we can switch things a little bit because I think the whole thing was kind of getting a little stale. But yeah,
I still need to play the original.
Yeah, I didn't have a original PlayStation back in the day.
Wait, 4 came out for GameCube that went into like every single console ever since.
Yeah, and I know I never played it because I don't know the Resident Evil franchise at all.
I have almost all the games except for 5 and 6.
Yeah, but like I said, we don't talk about those two games in particular.
Oh no, I'm at mainline. I need to be more specific here. So all all numerical, 0, Resident Evil.
Yeah, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8.
Yeah, I'm just missing 5 and 6, and I need to get those.
Yeah. Goonies pretty much understand.
Oh damn, good job on you, Goonies.
Exactly.
We all have that franchise we love the 100%. That's definitely the Darksiders games for me. Those are pretty fun.
Okay. But another thing is, all I can ask about that question is, are they actually going to make Ashley more competent in this game? Actually
probably.
Let's hope so. Make her more competent, because having to escort her around the whole time was just it was a chore. It probably seemed like it was a chore for anyone playing the game. And and her constantly getting captured is if we just convert, basically the damn Los Illuminados can have her and basically send her to infiltrate the U.S. government. Yeah, you send the president's daughter to infiltrate the U.S. government so she can understand secrets.
Yeah, it's a freaking crazy cult.
Yeah, send a college girl.
And she's like, what? Oh, okay, what? She's like 19 or something in that? I was thinking she was like 17.
No, she looked like she was at least in college. I don't think she was that. I don't think she was that young. But ironically enough, she's voiced by the same chick who voices Sandy from SpongeBob.
Oh shit! I never knew that.
Yeah.
I'm sure they took out they're going to take out the looking up the skirt joke.
Yeah, because of course, we can't have, because this is with modern sensibilities. But if there's something where they have to put in Leon shirtless and she makes a comment about that, I wouldn't be surprised if they put that in. I wouldn't be surprised because of course, doing that to women, it's how dare you?
It's funny whenever a movie just shows like a big fluffing dick. I'm like expecting some tits for compensation.
Yeah, but that's the whole thing. I pointed out that double standard on Twitter, and I think I ruffled somebody's feather who actually directly DM'd me about that, and I presented all my evidence.
Dude, he completed Code Veronica and X without a memory card. If you die, you have to start from the beginning because I couldn't save. Oh my gosh. Dude.
Absolute hardcore.
Dude, that is incredible.
Exactly, it is. But yeah, I know the state of play. Yeah, they had some. I forgot some of the other stuff they kind of announced.
Street Fighter 6 looks pretty good.
Oh yeah, it did. But one thing that looked good to me was a cell shaded game. It kind of reminded me of like Tony Hawk's Pro Skater and Jet Set Radio, like blended together. It looks good. I still want them to just make Sega, please make Jet Set Radio Future backwards compatible. I will basically do all your housework in your executive houses for a year if you give it to us, please.
I mean, Stray, I know that was already announced a long time ago, but now that has our official release date. I'm looking forward to that one, the one where you like play as a cat.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, it's like meow.
I think the biggest highlight though was PlayStation fanboys losing their damn mind for Spider-Man going to PC.
I say, if it's going to PC, at least I only hope it'll be on Steam. They'll just put it on Steam because
I think it is going to be on Steam.
I say good. You again, PC players, if you got some good PlayStation titles, Horizon Zero Dawn's a good one, and I think Horizon Forbidden West will come out. I was playing it again a little bit later, a little earlier today, and I think I'm gonna go back and play it again after this. Yeah, again, all these great PlayStation exclusives. I'm glad it's being opened up to a new audience. It's amazing.
Oh yeah, dude. Do you know what they need to port to PC?
What?
Bloodborne.
Oh my god,
dude. Like that game is a beast in a cage because the frame rate is absolute like ass on PlayStation. Even on PlayStation 5, it's not improved.
Oh, well, by the way,
maybe a tad bit, but
yeah. Well, have you seen the D-Make?
Oh, dude, the D-Make. Yeah, this was like the very first episode we talked about the D-Make.
Oh, right.
We even watched like a couple videos.
Oh, right. I totally forgot we did cover that on the first Talking Pinheads. I'm sorry about that.
Oh, it's okay. It's been a while.
Yeah, I know. And it's just crazy how I also did all the thumbnails for it too. All I just had to do was just go on Pixlr, and I actually downloaded like a SpongeBob font, and there you go.
Dude, you and I need to get onto like a stream. Like you stream Bloodborne, and I'll be like in the share play watching you, and I'll be like your fucking Jedi Master teaching my Padawan here.
Yeah, that
would be. Let me tell you, that is an awesome game.
Yeah, I know, but I've already like shown that I cannot get good at these games. I don't have the time nor the patience to do it. But I know since I played Until Dawn, I'm looking forward to this game called The Quarry coming out next week, and I need to get some stuff together. But I got some money coming that I'm gonna use.
War never changes. Sorry.
Yes. Yeah. God of War. I was expecting God of War Ragnarok. Oh yeah, God of War. The new God of War is
I
supposed to be
was
free
too.
this month. It's supposed to be free this month.
Oh, that's another slap to the face of PlayStation 5 guys, because we get 3 games for PlayStation Plus, and that's already in like the PlayStation Plus collections, and it's like it's basically games that you were to already have or just not care about to begin with. Like Mortal Kombat X is in one of them.
Yeah, but like I said though, I would love to have a PlayStation 5 if I could find one.
Yeah.
But no,
Last Guardian is one of them.
Yeah, but like I said though, you can't really find them, and I'm perfectly fine with the PlayStation 4 I've got still. And even then, like
your jet, the thing that sounds like a jet, a fighter jet.
Wait, my thing.
Yeah, like the fans. Yeah, so the PlayStation Plus collection has the Crash and Sing trilogy, God of War, Mortal Kombat X, Fallout 4, Final Fantasy 15, Call of Black Ops 3 of all games, Last Guardian, Battlefield 1, Resident Evil 7, Monster Hunter World, Monster Hunter World, Days Gone, Detroit Become Human, Uncharted 4, Batman Arkham Knight, Infamous Second Son, Until Dawn, Bloodborne, Last of Us Remastered, and Ratchet and Clank.
Nice.
And they don't add any of it, like anything to it.
Yeah.
At least take out Black Ops 3 and Battlefield 1, because those servers were going to eventually die.
Yeah, so it's really kind of pointless.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, Goonies. I still have. Yeah, I have the OG PlayStation 4. In fact, it's the launch model one too. The one with the
launch model, but I did have the basic model.
Yeah, I have. Yeah, I got the one. It's the one that with the electrostatic. But it turns out for a while, I actually thought the eject button wouldn't work. But the thing is, I think because you tap that little like square like chip in there, a little like gold chip in there, that's what keeps it active and allows. That's like the mechanism for the electrostatic. When it's touched, it gets disabled. In fact, let me press it and show you it still works. You can hear it. Oh wait, I'm trying to turn my power strip off. Sorry about that. I sometimes just do that just to conserve energy in my house, even though inflation kind of been messing my thing up. I think, but it's kind of weird though. I think I have less energy, but I'm thinking I'm using a lot more water in my house. I think. Hang on, let me show you. There you go. Let me go.
Oh, I mean, the Uncharted games are really good. They're definitely movie games for one thing. I mean, I didn't even bother getting the Legacy of Thieves collection because, I mean, the games already look pretty damn good and it runs smoothly anyways.
Oh yeah, the Uncharted games, but I know the servers are offline, so you can. So I mean, it's almost impossible. It'll be impossible to try to get the platinum on it.
Well, the Uncharted Nathan Drake collection, they took out the multiplayer, but I'm sure Uncharted 4 and Lost Legacy doesn't have it. I actually haven't even played Lost Legacy yet.
Yeah, but like I said, I think I have it on PlayStation. I got it on PlayStation Plus, but I've never gotten around to playing them. But here you go.
They're really fun. They're definitely like our generation of Indiana Jones. I mean, I still like Indiana Jones more, but it's definitely pretty cool. You know, solving the puzzles.
Yeah, it is. But like I said though, yeah, please, like I said, I'm playing this game called The Quarry because I absolutely loved Until Dawn. And this game does look pretty interesting, so I'll probably be playing that. I even put up a poll on Twitter, like yesterday, I think. So, but I know if anyone could share that out, it'd be perfect. And like I said, the links to all my social media is going to be in the description. But with that being said, since nobody's really
can I get into the Tomb Raider games? I mean, I've played only the reboot games. I've played the first reboot game, the second one, and the third one, but I never finished the third one. Like, I just forgot to play it.
Yeah. But with that being said, I think we're going to wind everything down now. Like I said, there is a poll I put out saying if I should play the quarry or not. And I know there will be. I also will be doing a I'll be doing a review of Jurassic World Domination next week when that movie comes out. So
oh shit, that comes out next week.
Yeah, June 10th. Yeah.
Oh, my mom is going to be excited because she's a huge Jurassic Park fan.
Exactly.
And she's like super happy about like the old characters returning.
Yeah, and I hope they actually are going to play if the trailer is going to go off, I really hope they're actually going to play a pivotal role in the story and not just be glorified cameos like it was with Jeff Goldblum in the last movie.
Oh, they're coming to America.
Yeah, it's just like, again. Yeah, but like I said though, everyone, thank you all for watching. Find my you can follow all my social links in the description below. So, and also one last thing, Bears, what else do you have immediate up and ready in the future?
Tomorrow will be Subpar Smasher. I'm contemplating on streaming some Spyro since I already had the capture card connected to my PS5 at the moment, so why not do that tonight, maybe? But tomorrow would definitely be some Subpar Smasher, either in the afternoon or in the morning, because the weather here in Florida has been kind of funky, and I have a coworker that bikes to work, and the road is like absolutely fucking insane. US 19 is like fucking Mad Max at times. So I prefer to like pick him up to get him to work.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, with that being said, everyone, thank you all for tuning in for this edition of Talking Pinheads. We will be back with episode 5 next Saturday, same time, same place. So may God and the Force be with you. Peace out, everybody.
Peace.